Okay, so now I guess we will have to redo all of this. Return to France. Return to Russia.
That was a pretty, I don't know, anticlimactic end.
Very anticlimactic.
Then again, not too surprising.
Austria is requesting military... Come on, there's so many things happening.
Antisphere.
The Polish uprising of 1865. What? After our country was caused... Oh, no. After our country came out of the latest war, our subjects in Congress Poland and other parts of our empire are getting restless. The uprising began as a spontaneous protest by young Poles against conscription into the... We don't have conscription. Or do we? I guess we do. Never mind. Much of these manifestations in Vilnius. Well... Okay, so we have the options of suppress them immediately, which means release Congress Poland as an independent state.
No.
And what will this cause a war? We have either let them be free or suppress them immediately.
Suppress them immediately.
Yeah. So this means that we will have to fight a war.
A civil war? Or...
I'm guessing that we will have to fight a war, but will this get... Yeah, it was a war immediately.
Okay, well, we have the United Baltic Provinces and Transcaucasia on our side, so what can go wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is Poland. Interesting.
Luckily, all my troops were in Poland, so
Yeah.
you know, it's just keep on keeping on.
But I quite like that they... from the start get like a certain organization in terms of like that we have to like reconquer it.
Yeah.
That's good. Or, you know, realistic or whatever.
Let's just hope that no other countries will
be
give a shit.
interested. Yeah.
Oh, they got 27,000 men apparently.
At war with Congress Poland.
Well, I'll need to reinforce one of my armies. Actually, they're doing fairly well. So never mind.
Russian restoration of order to the Polish provinces.
Yeah. Well, we came out of one war and then headed straight into another one. But it should be done fairly soon. But this war that went by, the First World War, was I think we did fairly well in it, I'd say.
It could have gone a lot worse given the circumstances. It was just unfortunate how I feel like what we accomplished came too late. The British were great in the end when it didn't matter
surprisingly well, I'd say they did. But the Ottoman Empire has been forced to declare bankruptcy. We'll probably see the splintering of the Ottoman Empire as a result of this war, maybe. Depends on how long their war exhaustion lasts. But I would expect to see revolts from there. The Grand Duchy of Finland. We're getting a lot of events now. Okay. Our subject in Finland has become restless and resistance against attempts of Russification have been growing. Why? Many within the Russian government believe that a restoration of the Diet of Finland and limited self-government for the nation is the only answer. Reopen the Diet of Finland. What is this? What does this mean? Does this mean that it will be free?
Diet of Finland.
We'll get a new party, and we will lose core on some areas, I'm guessing. But we don't really have cores there anyway. Never. Well, I guess reopen the Diet of Finland. It's hard to see exactly what will happen to them. Is it that we will lose them as a satellite and we will just have them as a sphere? Should I take the Diet of Finland? I mean, if they want to go on a diet, I can stop them.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. I don't actually know what it means or what it will.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's not really clear on that in that regard. But I think maybe we should increase our.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm taking for now strategic mobility under Well, basically arguing that we will need stronger forts in Poland and so on along our borders.
Question is, technology-wise, if we should... I mean, we have most of our stuff in culture, and you wanted to wait a bit with industry.
Yeah, until we actually get a bit of an industry.
Yeah, so I guess army for now is a pretty good focus, because we won't really be needing a navy, I don't think, anytime soon.
Not really, no. Though, I mean, it can be useful sometimes, but especially as us, it's a secondary priority.
So what happened to our alliances now? We pretty much broke most of them.
Yeah, let's... One second, we got a new... we either we got a new one or we had from before a national focus that we didn't use. So our alliances, we didn't really have that many alliances to begin with, but...
Well, yeah, but we were on the same side in the war as...
Well, yeah, because we were both all joining the same side in the crisis.
Oh yeah, I suppose. But I thought we were allied with, like, the UK? Maybe not?
We were. But we should shop around for allies, definitely.
Yeah, we can add Montenegro to our sphere, I think. Or increase opinion.
Yeah, I could try to do that. We can add them to the sphere if you want. That's also nice. We can manage different spherelings as well. Let's see. Propose peace. Annex Congress Poland they would accept. And now they're part of our glorious realm again.
Good.
The only problem is that I kind of want to redesign the army. Now, this one is fine. It's just that some of these others are very, very war exhausted. So I have 2 armies that essentially are fine. The rest I will actually disband, since we are under a truce with German Empire and Austria and Ottoman Empire. So pretty much everyone that we could care about, we don't really have to care about. Let's see here. Oh, we have a lot of units we can muster into armies. So I think this setup was doing fairly well, though. This 5-4-1 setup. The rebellion is crushed.
Yeah, 5-4-1.
Well, we don't have any choice. We have 2 options now, because an event fired since we, defeated the uprising of the Poles. Oh wait, the war in the course of which 650 battles and skirmishes were fought, and 25,000 Polish killed. There were not 650 battles and skirmishes, but I guess the real war did. So we have either there will be harsh reprisals, or be lenient with them, but be lenient with them loses us 30 prestige, so it doesn't seem very tempting. So I guess we will be harsh with them. Poor Polish people. And let's get a couple of other units in here. Not dragoons, hussars is what I would have wanted. There we go. And I guess I can go with building a couple of armies at the same time. And hussar. At some point we should probably expand the size of it, but it's doing well for now.
Yeah.
Let's see, where did we have the... Kiev, Minsk, Rostov, and Brest-Litovsk. Let's get them gathering in Moscow again. There we go. So all the armies will converge on that location, and it should be all fine. And we could probably increase the speed a bit more as well. But yeah, we also have to prepare at some point for the glorious worker revolution and creating Soviet Union.
Yes, that's the inevitable truth.
Which is probably why we will cut all taxes down. No. But we are losing a lot of money.
Poor Romania. It looked so well when their enemies were in a different war, but now it's...
Yeah, I don't think they will manage to. They were opportunistic, and I can respect that, but
Respect.
maybe a bit too opportunistic.
Yeah, they're getting pretty crushed by Germany right now. Oh well.
But wait a second. I need to take a look. Where do you remember where Karl Marx appeared this time?
Was this the time when he appeared in Japan? No.
Yeah, in Satsuko. What was it called? Satsuka. Maybe. I don't remember actually.
Possibly.
Speaking of Japan, it's a great power.
Yeah, and speaking of Japan, I just clicked on a random province, and it was called Kanto, which incidentally is that Pokemon country.
But there's the whole region of where Tokyo is language called Kanto.
Oh, okay. That's a bit weird.
Well, today you learned, and today I learned too. Kanto.
Yeah, Pokemon facts.
I haven't played Pokemon since Pokemon Gold.
We should do a playthrough sometime.
You mean like pretty much every single YouTuber ever?
Yeah, no. I think I would just be... The weird thing is I would probably be like a grumpy old man if I played Pokemon again.
Probably.
At some point. I haven't done that in
I mean, I tried to play...
decades.
I tried to play it, but I don't remember exactly when.
When you were a kid.
No, because I found the old Game Boy machines, or what you call the handheld devices.
Now you're sounding like an old man. Yeah.
Game Boy Color, and I played a bit, but it was very, very tedious. Very, very tedious.
What? You're saying our 12-year-old selves would be wrong, or
I say that our 12-year-old selves had
a different taste.
Definitely, and we were more prone to accepting grinding quite a bit. Because I remember the second gym in the first game, or the first batch of games, generation, whatever they call it. When
batch of games.
Because
like
I had red, and I like to take Charmander, whatever it's called, the fire guy.
Yeah.
And I always had problems with the second gym what is it called?
Yeah, the water gym.
No, the rock gym. Is it?
No, that's the first one.
Is this the first one?
The rock gym is the first one.
Oh, well, yeah, true, but it's the second one you walk past. So, because there's a gym in the first city that you go to, is the last gym.
Oh, well,
See,
is there?
Like you walk past it. Yeah, it's in the city, isn't it?
No, but it's
the
kind of close to it, but I don't think it's in it.
It's in the same city, isn't it?
No, but the first city is Pallet Town. I remember that.
Well, yeah, but I don't count that as a city. It's more like a village.
Yeah, well, the second city after, or like the next city after that, was like the. What was that city called? Geodude was that dude who was made of rock. I forget, but but hang on, I think you're right. But no, it wasn't a city because I think it had like a Pokemon Center.
It had a Pokemon Center. It had a shop. It had that place, and it had a couple of.
Yeah, but that's not a city. That's
it's as much as a city as the one where the rock guy is. I can't remember his name. He was in the TV series as well.
At least that city had a museum.
Okay, nerd moments. But yeah, I remember having to either pick up that butterfly guy, or train up some other stuff, and you had to grind in that stupid forest until he reached level 10, and then he turned into a butterfly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you say I had to get that butterfly guy, it's more like you have to go through that cocoon phase with the Metapod.
But it was so tedious. So tedious.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty... I would almost call it bad game design, because it was just... it wasn't very good. I mean, the start of the game wasn't very good.
I mean, yeah, but because if you pick the water guy or the green guy, Bulbasaur, and
also called, yeah,
and Squirtle or whatever his name is, then the first gym that you have to fight is very easy. But if you pick the red guy, then
yeah. But hang on, Jacobin Rebels. I mean, you're talking of red, but
Holy shit.
I had it even worse because I was playing the yellow version. So
but I had the yellow version as well, but it's I don't know. It's the same principle, basically.
Yeah, well, there you have like an electric Pokemon as a start, so it's essentially useless against the first gym.
True.
So that's terrible for like new players. Oh, hello, whatever. You know, you can't really choose anything different, and you're stumped against the first challenge you face. Good luck.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
It was hardcore back in those days.
Hardcore, but not very good. Because when I try to play it again, yeah, it's not that fun. Not that fun.
Then again, it was made for kids. That might have something to do with it.
Yeah, but I was a kid, so I should be able to relate to it.
Well, I hope you weren't a kid recently.
No, but I was a kid when I played it, and I have been a kid. Just like you have been a kid. So...
Yeah, as far as I remember anyway. But I mean, I thought you meant that you were criticizing based on like how it looked now.
Yeah, that's what I did.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Don't question it. But what does this Jacobin Rebels want? I'm guessing they want more vote franchise. I guess give them vote franchise and they will be happy.
You're so public appeasing.
Yeah.
I mean, you're almost democratic now. You'll have to be careful, or I'll report you to the secret police.
True. Why did you take the unfinished armies to fight these battles? It's not been tested yet.
Well, I just put them all on rebel hunt.
Yeah, but he was gathering troops for becoming army.
Yeah, well, they can continue to gather troops. They'll be fine.
Nah. Well, he'll take care of that one, and then he can eventually go back to where he came from. No, but I don't know. What was the last Pokemon game you played?
Let's see. Well, the last one, or did you say last one?
Or latest one.
Latest one, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
The one I properly played was Crystal. Which was a long time ago. I mean, Crystal, that was kind of like the yellow of the second generation. So you had like silver and gold. But then there came like Crystal, which was like... I'm not sure what the improvements were exactly, but you had some new Pokemon and stuff. Well, as usual, I guess. But just like a few. I think you had those dogs, or were they in? No, they were in Silver and Gold too. But you had some other dog-ish Pokemon that was on the cover.
Or did you?
No, but you have to have. I mean, the one on the cover can't have been in the older ones. It was called like Sunche, or maybe it wasn't. I don't remember.
Or maybe not.
Or maybe. But that was a really fun game. I enjoyed it, even though I don't really remember why. But then I don't know. It came to a point where I was probably getting too old for it, and it was I don't know. You know, the franchise wasn't really growing with the original fan base. It was kind of stagnant and kind of wanting to have people of the same age playing it, of course. So I mean, essentially you grew out of it then, I guess.
Yeah, but it was that generation, the second generation that I played last as well.
Yeah,
ages ago. And apparently there's been 15 other games coming out since then.
I mean, I saw some list of like, I don't know, like how many generations of different Pokemon there have been since then, and it's like up to, I don't know, is it up to 4, 5, something like that? And it just, I mean, like I said, it just makes me feel old, because I thought it was a lot back in the day, and I remember like as a kid, you know, the franchise was so dominant in both, like, you had the TV series, you had the games, you had the trading cards that I never really used though, and there was other stuff as well, like drawing books. I remember like in drawing in school I used to draw like the original 151. I mean, not all of them, but some of them.
Yeah, true. It was very popular back in school.
Those were the days.
This army is doing silly things. But what happened? I had twice as many troops, and then suddenly they disappeared.
So what actually is our relationship with like the United the United States. No, but the United Baltic provinces. I mean,
they are our friends and dear allies, I suppose.
Well,
or are they?
Yeah, that's
well.
What I'm
they
wondering.
did come. They did come and help us during the war against the Poles and during the rebellions and stuff.
Yeah, they did. But I'm just like wondering what our long-term idea for them is. Are we wanting to keep them as a vassal essentially, or?
Yeah, well, until we have the option of not having them being that way. But I mean, it's the Baltic provinces are not the most populated areas. Sure, it's almost 500,000. But yeah. And there's surprisingly bits of German. 500,000. And, it's 500,000 of, males during working age.
Yeah.
They have a total, they have 2 million in total. I mean, we have 64.87 million in total.